What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
I'm Curtis.
I'm Keith.
You guys know why you're here. You guys clicked on the thumbnail. This, ironically, it's on your list and my list. This has low-key been heavily requested inside of the Patreon and inside of like the regular channel. So, yeah. I know y'all can give us some information. I think Jay Park is an idol. Am I wrong? I don't know. Because, you know, sometimes someone might be an idol. Someone might be, like, just into, like, K-hip-hop or, yeah, like, on the cusp of. I believe it's an idol. I could be wrong.
Don't get me to line.
But he seems like he's heavily involved in everything rap.
Right.
Anytime they talk about it's a cipher or something, Jay Park name always get mentioned. So y'all can let us know in the comments. I might be dead wrong, but at least all the rap shit that's outside of idol, his name is always in the mix. Anything to add to it?
No, I'm excited to kind of get into it.
Let's jump right into it. Street punks.
Very dystopian.
Well, it's the Purge, so you know.
Wow. Good call.
It's already giving the angsty beat.
Yep. Love the horror elements. Slash the wordplay.
For your head, but I'm gonna got it, someone but I thought 45 you dead.
Oh, the cadence.
On the bird, so the bird pull up. On the bird, so the bird pull up. Yeah, 다시 갚고 쏘고 다시 가지 넌 바지 잡고 대방전 L. I just wanna pop up on a fuck 다시 없이 난 반전 L. What about you, bitch? 난 필요해 갱생 아무것도 없을 것 같아 똑같아 안 나대 어디도 같아 우리 빨개 우리 반 angel 우리 gangster 댄스 그거 danger 이리고 댕겨 가져온 생각 생각
Oh my god.
When I was 16, they used to call me damn boy.
Look at you like.
Nice line.
He's running this shit.
Sound like Kendrick a little, yeah. It did sound like Kendrick. I thought it was over.
Definitely just gave me Kendrick vibes.
That was crazy.
Even his voice was the same.
That was a dope effect.
Wow.
The doubled over layered video.
Yeah, everyone was spitting so much. I didn't even know who Jay Park was.
No, that
I
was
still
what I
don't
was
know
just
who
about to
Jay
ask
Park
you
was.
guys. I didn't know if you could specifically point out who it was.
No. In the comments, y'all put the timestamp and let us know which person started spitting was actually Jay Park.
So like I've heard the song, obviously because it was on my list. But when I did my list, because we would be reacting to the videos, I probably maybe did a quick search. If I saw a music video, put MV. If I was color coded, put CC, and kept it moving. Never watched it. This video was actually pretty dope. Very dystopian, very green, filtered, very dark. Purge feel. It feels like the Purge.
Rightfully so.
But as far as like the music goes, I thought they did a very good job of dispersing the energy.
Yeah.
So they didn't have two hype dudes like back to back. They would have like a calm flow rapper, and then they would have the dude behind them just like hit you in the mouth. And then they would go to the hook, and then they would have another calm rapper, and then they would have somebody else that just hit you in the mouth. And they did that throughout the track, except for maybe even the first one. I think the first bull, he was kind of like mid. He was kind of smooth, but what he had like a bounce to him. No, I thought it was dope. I can't even front on it.
I really loved all the verses in it. They all had different flows and cadences that they brought to it. I love the way the video was shot. It did feel very like it was meant to be the Purge, and it felt that way. But one of the things that stood out to me too was definitely the hook. Like right when I heard Michael Myers, like I'm like, all right, like, you know, that's my guy for horror. So I was immediately like tuned in from that point. Not that I wasn't before, but so when they said in the hook, you know, the Michael Myers, and then they said slash the tires, I was like, that's really cool because, you know, in horror movies, the car always like dies. So to slash the tires, I thought was like a nice thing. But also even the word slash, you know, Michael Myers is the original slasher killer, if you want to call that. I mean, you could say Texas Chainsaw, Black Christmas, that kind of thing. But I like that there was like little homages to a genre that I'm really, you know, like in love with. So hearing that from the beginning, and then again all their verses and everything, I couldn't point out specifically who, you know, he was or which verse he went in there, but no one verse overtook the other for me. It felt like a continuous kinetic energy that they all had, and I definitely want to hear more from each of these artists going forward.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with it too. You never got bored,
Not at
at least like, you know, the K-pop, K-rap, K-hip-hop genre in general. Most of the times with the ensemble of people that's either in groups or in ciphers always does good line distribution for the most part, where it's just like, okay, if we're going to put this person here, then like you said, we can't put another hype person on top of a hype person, or if he was, you know, the slower rapper, we can't have them two together. So just the constant switch between people with flows and everything else was really good. It's definitely a banger. Definitely more of a, we keep saying angst. We probably gotta find like another word.
I know what you mean, but in this case, I feel like it applies.
He said the angst might be here. And anytime you see like you punk kids, like probably grown ass men though.
Well, also, I mean, if the video has the kids, you know, showing up on a graffitied area, skateboarding, like that's almost kind of like a telltale, like kind of sign.
I guess I'd be wanting to use a different word for people. I think maybe adults.
Yeah.
Or
sure.
you know, something. I don't want to call someone who's 25 angsty.
Yeah.
Someone might if they 60, but you know what I mean.
Anarchy, maybe.
Anarchy is a better word than to use for.
I mean, at least with the Purge.
When no one was being murdered, but still, like,
we're talking about Michael Myers, man. Like,
no one got killed. No one was harmed during the making of the video.
No one was harmed during the making.
At least I hope so. Anarchy might be maybe the better word.
Might be the order of the day.
But it seemed like a controlled anarchy too.
Yeah.
It did.
It wasn't like you said, just blatant violence or anything crazy all over the place. The raps were controlled. It was a cipher setting kind of place. Like I told you, we had this conversation off camera. Anytime some spitters is in a warehouse, some shit about to go down.
Oh yeah. And one thing I feel about that too is like anytime like when rap is put in tandem with a horror setting, it's more so just like we're lyrical killers, or like we're, you know, coming out to kill the track, or, you know, bring that kind of aggressive vibe. So I don't, you know, it's obviously not literal, but I always think that those sort of tracks.
Words hurt.
Yeah. Words do hurt. So those sort of, you know, like when horror is bridged with rap, I always feel it resonates the most for me, or at least what I enjoyed listening to the most. So, I mean, this was 10 out of 10 for me for sure.
I agree too. I think when the elements work so good together as far as horror and rap, because it allows you to be, that's what I'm looking for. Not so much allows you to be aggressive, but it
Actually,
lets
that's
you
what I
be.
was
It
thinking.
lets you be dark.
I was going to say the aggression from rap allows
Well,
you
it's like
to
the darkness is
feed it to the horror.
thematically conveyed. It's not just like if you're listening to rap, a dark bar or something might stand out more so because you're not kind of brought into that. But if you're hearing that's the goal from the beginning almost, then you kind of like it sets you in that kind of mood, I guess.
Keith, anything you want to add?
I definitely felt like he sounded like Kendrick there too. And trust me, that's a big
nothing really
concept.
to add, but to kind of double down on what you were saying as far as the rap and the horror, they do kind of go hand in hand. I mean, even go back to Nightmare on My Street, especially the beats and the rhythms. Like, how many times have people sampled horror movie instrumentals and then rapped over them? It does kind of go hand in hand, and it allows you to kind of hit a dark place and seem normal within that dark place because of the genre that you're linking it to. But yeah, like obviously rapping about the purge. But yeah, I think this is dope. I like it.
Me too. Also, I forget what the not so much the label is on here because obviously it's a label predicated with all this stuff, and I'm not sure if it was Higher One or what the label was.
Well, they
called.
definitely were called. They call themselves Higher Gang, but they spelled the I with a 1.
With a 1 or something like that.
And I think the E was a backwards 3, or not a backwards 3, but a 3.
Yeah, then hashtag Redeemers, and let us know in the comments like what label they're all signed to, if they even all are signed to like the same label, or just some more information about some of the people on here. Because like I said, I only was familiar with Jay Park because it kept getting mentioned so much. I'm not familiar with everyone else on here, and this definitely sounds like a good gateway to like lean into some of this other stuff. But a closed mouth don't get fed, so if everyone in the comments don't really let us know what to listen to and what they want, we'll never know. So just let us know, like, comment, subscribe, share. You should all be joining the Patreon. You'll get early and exclusive footage that no one else is getting. We'll have the live Q&A set up at some point in probably 2 or 3 weeks. Also, for the month of October, raffles will be started and a whole bunch of other stuff, so just pay attention to everything going on.
Waffles?
Yeah, some raffles.
I love waffles.
So we're going to holler at y'all. Be safe. Love y'all.